Right, let's crack on with this. This is issue 2, volume 1, November 1995 at £2.75. PlayStation Plus, an independent publication. Alien Trilogy, Acclaim, Go to War. Plus Assault Rigs, ESPN Extreme Games, and Worms. If your competition scratch card is missing, please ask your newsagent. The essential guide to the Sony PlayStation and more. Yeah, I actually played Alien Trilogy about a month ago now, and I completed it all the way through for the first time with the original controller, and it were my own passwords, and I used the memory card as well. But yeah, it was my own unique game. I've never done it before, but I did it for the first time, and it was brilliant. I love it. I love Alien Trilogy. It's a top game. Really, really good game. Let's have a look. Oh, is that DJ Drill? And this is for a modern apprenticeship if you're aged between 16 and 19. So now, best jobs to get is a trade. You know, plumber, electrician, roofer, you know, ground worker. AI can't do them jobs. Yet. So there, Department for Education and Employment. Free your potential. So contents. That looks like Goro from Mortal Kombat movie. It's a brilliant movie. I love that Mortal Kombat movie as well. I've got that on Blu-ray. I love it. I love the movie. I mean, I need to get Mario Brothers. I do need to get Mario Brothers. I actually like Mario Brothers. I think I've only watched it once or twice, but I like it. I'm gonna have to get it again just for because it's Mario. Right, let's have a look. News, import roundup, tips, letters next month. That's Alien Trilogy. It is a really good game. That's Liu Kang. And that's like Mortal Kombat 3 and Doom. So previews, Viewpoint, Descent, On-Side Soccer, Thunderhawk, Defcon, Split, Realities, Road Rash, Aftershock, and Alone in the Dark. Yeah, Doom's a classic game. I'm gonna have to get them on my channel. I had them Brutal Doom on my channel, my old channel, but I want to do them again on this one. News, PlayStation arrives with a bang. Never before had there been a launch like it. The PlayStation hype started during the otherwise unremarkable Live 95 show, though with an actor's prosthetic head exploding in a shower of sparks mimicking the same image used on Sony's pre-launch flyers. I don't think I ever saw a flyer for a Sony PlayStation. I worked in Curry's when it got launched, and it didn't do it for me. I had a Mega CD, I'm sure it was Mega CD, and then like Super Nintendo, you know, I had them all, I had them, and then I just moved straight to the PlayStation. I think that's what happened. I'm sure of it, because I was still at school. I was doing my work experience, and I worked at Curry's. But it didn't do anything for me until I saw Resident Evil 1 on Games Master, and that was it. I thought, right, I need a PlayStation. What's that game? I need that game. And that was it. I would not shut up until I had that game. I got the name of it, Resident Evil, and I got a second-hand copy for that Christmas. And I loved it, and I still love it now. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a gorgeous computer. Them controllers. Incredible controllers. A new desktop? Why? If the PlayStation is booted without a CD controller screen appears, allowing the user to play audio CDs via the desktop. Assault Rigs, ESPN Extreme Games, Crazy Ivan, Myst, Starblade Alpha, and Tekken. Yeah, I saw all the demos. I saw it all. You just didn't do it for me. Yeah, nothing's doing for me yet. But Resident Evil and Doom. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got Doom as well. And then Final Fantasy VII. They're my top 3 PlayStation games of all time. Micro Machines. City of Lost Children. Never played that. Never even saw it. I mean, could it be Clock Tower? I was thinking that. It looks, or, you know, I don't know. I've not played Clock Tower before. The Hyper Joypad. The PlayStation Joypad. Virgin Get Darkstalkers. So Micro Machines, yeah, that were actually alright on PlayStation. We played it. Well, not as much as the Mega Drive version though, but we did play the PlayStation version quite a lot. It were good, but not as good as the Mega Drive version. Unless we were getting older and we were doing other things as well. But from what I remember, we preferred the Mega Drive version. End or fun, changing people's feelings, outrage. Time Warner have incurred the wrath of moral guardians with the PC release of their forthcoming PlayStation puzzler, Endorphin. Similar in a style to the Rubik's Cube puzzle, Endorphin gives the player control of a tumbling cube with 6 colours grating its sides. Okay. So it should be alright if you want to read it. Just pause it. It should be alright. Street Fighter Basics. Okay, Street Fighter again. This time under the title of Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dream. Bzz. The change is this time more significant than usual as it happens, with the fusing of Street Fighter with Final Fight and some new amazing special attacks to master. Sentient. See, I remember that picture. I never played it. Never played Sentient. G-Police. If I remember, G-Police were the first official game to use the analog control sticks. I think. But I never played it. I have it on PlayStation, but I've never played it. I played it on demo, but I just couldn't get into it. I mean, you needed the sticks really to properly control it, if I remember. But yeah, I need to give it a proper good go. Blam, Machine Head, Tomb Raiders. Core's Tomb Raiders looks set to be a big hit on the PlayStation. That looks a little bit like Clockwork Knight, but it's not. It can't be. It looks a bit like it, but it's not. Scientists say we only use 1/8 of our brain power. Find out what the other 7/8 is for. Parasite. No, I don't remember seeing that. Parasite from Sony Interactive is a platform game that revolves around the premise of an alien parasite taking over the body of an average nobody called Jack. Never heard of it. Street Fighter animated. Just when you thought it was safe, up pops another Street Fighter game. This time Street Fighter 2 movie. I'm actually playing the movie Street Fighter 2 on MAME the other day because I want to 1cc a fighting game, and it's between Street Fighter 2, Hyper Street Fighter 2, you know, with new challenges, Mortal Kombat 1, Killer Instinct 1, or Street Fighter movie. And it's like, I've just been playing them all and I've been enjoying them all on MAME. I've never completed on arcade, but they look amazing. I mean, they look amazing on console, don't get me wrong, but arcade, there's just more animation, there's more movement, there's better sound, they just move and play better, the backgrounds are better. I really want to do one, but I don't know which one. Right, Parodius. I never got into Parodius on PlayStation. So I never really got into shmups when I was younger. It was only when I was older, through Cojones de Loro. Cojones de Loro? Daz. Yeah, he's a top guy, him. He got me into proper shmupping, like recent ones. Like, everything I play is because of him. Literally, everything, all the shmups I play is because of him. He's a top guy, Darren. So yeah, I never played Parodius, never even saw it. Game over, man. Game over. There are some films that leave a lasting impression. For me, Alien is one. Yeah, good films. I mean, I love all the Alien movies. I love Alien 3. I love it. I just love it. I love the setting where they are, how remote they are on that island, on that planet. Right, March, TBA. Yeah, I completed it. I actually completed it all by myself with no help. Played it all the way through and I thought, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to complete this. If it's the last thing I do, and it took me like 2-3 days to complete it. I just hammered it and I got used to controls. That makes it a lot easier, that blaster. But I did like that. I like the shotgun and even like the pistol. The pistol's good. I mean, when you get to them, they're like human, but when you shoot them, they bleed blood everywhere. It's good. It's a good game. It's a really good game. So yeah, 3 in 1. Alien Trilogy takes the form of a Doom clone with the player viewing the scrolling play area through the character's eyes. The level design, however, seems considerably more detailed than most of the genre, with Probe recreating the dingy corridors and conduits perfectly. You know, they really did. It's a good game. You know, I played it on a CRT with the original controller, and I really got into it. Really good game. I think it got like 7 out of 10 when I was younger. You know, not a lot of people liked it. One of them, I couldn't get into it. It was too hard. But you know what? Once you get used to controls, you got right into it. Essential reading: Aliens Invade Titan, Newt's Tale, Genocide, Rogue, Aliens vs Predator, Dallas in Conduit, Hunting the Alien, Jones, Stupid Cat. Yeah, it's a good game. Honestly, if you persevere with it and get used to it, it's really good. It's not even repetitive either. You know, I mean, Doom Dark Ages is repetitive. That's doing my nut in that. I want to play. I want to get into it. I just can't do it. It's hard. It's just repetitive, and it is hard. The dragon where you're flying around, and I just don't like it. That's not Doom. On a dragon flying around. Right, let's stop about talking about Doom Dark Ages. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, Chamber of Horrors. Yeah, when you see Alien, you know, the mother. What is it? No, the queen alien, yeah, and it missed and all her eggs are there, and she comes after you. So the movie's Alien 1979, Ridley Scott. Awesome movies, awesome. Aliens. I like Aliens, I do like it. I don't, it's hard to tell which is best one. Alien 3 and Alien 4. It's bound to happen. Sigourney Weaver has shown a distinct interest in reviving the Ripley character, going as far to say she misses her. Right, so Alien 4, Alien 3. After Alien 3, then Alien 4, Resurrection. We're it. I even like that. I like Alien Resurrection. Bishop, yeah. Win Alien box sets courtesy of Titan Books. Mindscape's Alien strip. Good graphics. Final Sacrifice. As a Bishop's human creator, a high-ranking company rep desperately tries to convince Ripley he can remove the alien starting to move in her chest. Introducing a game classic, best-selling game of 1993, best console simulation of the year, Sega Mega CD product of the year, Sega Mega CD shoot 'em up of the year, bought by 80% of Mega CD owners. What game is it? It's got to be Thunderhawk, hasn't it? Yeah, Thunderhawk. Thunderhawk 2 Firestorm. Yeah, good game. I played the demo to death. I don't think I owned it. But I hammered the demo, I remember. If you've got a Mega CD, you have two choices. Buy Thunderhawk or sell that Mega CD. Good game, it is a good game. Viewpoint. Preview, December. $39.99 by EA. Viewpoint, I never saw it. Never got into it. No one ever showed it us. You know, like, I don't know how we would have felt, you know, seeing it back then. Because we were more like faster games. I don't know, Viewpoint, is it a fast shmup? I don't know, I've never played it. It has been said that there are but 7 styles of video game. Of these, the platform and shoot 'em up genres are perhaps the hardiest, with the latter outdating the likes of Mario and his kin by at least a year. However, what comes around goes around, and with an updated version of Space Invaders entering the arcades a few years back, and Ocean Sonic conversion of the aging Raiden coin-op, EA have deemed the time right to unleash a shoot-'em-up which lifts ideas from more classic coin-ops. I'm going to have to try it. It looks really good, actually. It looks really good. I mean, I know we're on arcade. I know it's on MAME. but I've never played it. I think Tuber's High Score Challenge played it, but I never played that one. Homing missiles, they're the best ones if you want to get into a shmup. You know, if they've got an homing missile, that's what you want to get them really as well. Because then it goes for ones that you know, there's some crafty bullets on them shooters, you know. I love them. To go viewpoint, familiar is to say David Mellor is a bit ugly. A massive understatement. Armed and dangerous. A player's craft is a small white dart and comes armed with standard issue single firing lasers which can be supplemented by 2 orbiting globes to treble its firepower. Walled in and something wicked. It does look good. I've got to admit, it does look good. Oh, Descent. Oh no. Right. I'm sure a friend of mine had this and he lent it me. I just found it too hard. It were way too hard for us. I think it was the controller. It was just too hard to control. It was just too hard to control. I mean, it looks good. I'm going to have to try this again. 1 to 8 players. You just can't trust miners, can you? The cheek of them. They spend 14 hours a day down deep, dark, dank pits. The threat of mine collapse never far from their minds, their lungs filling with coal dust, and then they have the affront to start complaining about stuff like working conditions or pay. So they just ramble on about nothing, some of these people, don't they, just to fill the space. Yeah, Descent, tough game, really tough game, but it looked amazing. I think it's probably better on PC. A shoot 'em up isn't worth a thing unless it's got some pretty darn good weapons. Fortunately, Descent has. A player can use 2 different weapons at any one time, and there are always pickups available. I'm going to have to try it again. I mean, we were 11 and 12. No, we weren't. No, we were older than 11 and 12. Probably 13 or 14 when we were playing Descent. Robots, thousands of them. It looks good. I like that. That also reminds me of Doom as well, the Doom map. All mapped out. Shafted. Yeah, we're just going down them shafts. It really hard to control. I mean, if you played Descent, you'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. It looks a little bit like Sewer Shark, you know, with front. Preview. Descent. Onside. It's a sad fact, but the Sony PlayStation has more soccer games than Alan Ball's Man City have goals this season. Yeah, it looks alright actually. Looks really good. It looks alright. This is another preview. I mean, I bet it took a lot of work, didn't it, you know, to do all the polygons and players and stuff. Team building. Managerial experience required. Yeah, I was thinking about these pictures, you know, some of them are quite dark. I've tried brightening it up, but it's actually, some of these pictures are actually dark in the magazine itself. You know, I was looking back at an old magazine that I do have and they were dark. Thunderhawk 2, and this is on the PlayStation, look, by Core. The shoot 'em up, it's perhaps the bizarrest accolade in gaming to be the one decent title for a format. But that's the frightening situation Core Design's original Thunderhawk was in. They estimated that it sold to around 80% of Sega Mega CD ownership, but it would have been nice to get into double figures. No such worries for the sequel, due for the entirely more credible PlayStation sometime before Christmas. I have never played the PlayStation version. I mean, I've seen it. I remember seeing it. I'm sure it was a black case. It was like the same case as the Mega CD version. Black PlayStation, I'm sure of it. Or with PlayStation 1 a bit more green, if I can remember. I mean, it just reminds me of Desert Strike. I'm going to have to try and get this. Thunderhawk 2. Wham, bang, thank you, ma'am. The nature of Thunderhawk 2 is a shoot-'em-up simulation with the simplest of controls and large amount of small missions. I mean, I love helicopters. Who doesn't like an helicopter, you know what I mean? It looks good. I'm going to have to look into it. I mean, I loved it on Mega CD. What happened? What happened, Nathan? This is about as close as it is safe to get to a helicopter, as various unfortunate parachutists of yore could confirm. That's well close, isn't it? It looks good. DEFCON 5. What's this? Looks like a first person. Looks like a first person. If health and safety could see the workspace of the future, they would not be amused. Oh, the really bad health and safety, flipping it. You can't even breathe without health and safety breathing down your neck. In England, anyway. I mean, it's not a bad thing, is it? A lot of it's just common sense. Right, voice of calm. So, software, base status, and comms. I liked it when they used the, you know, real people. I liked it. I mean, Soviet Strike on the PlayStation, that blew me away with mid, you know, when they were doing the like mission briefings and stuff, and they're all talking in real life like that. I mean, from going from Mega CD to PlayStation, it were a pretty big jump. DEFCON 5. Split realities. I wish you could be in the situation I'm in right now. I asked for information about this forthcoming JVC game, and the facts I received really does reinforce the general opinion that game plot should be limited to 3 or 4 lines of text. Dear Diary. What is this? Split realities, JVC. Genre, arcade adventure. The Amazing Pencil Men. Though the general idea behind split reality seems familiar, one thing that does move forward separating this game from the others is its weird selection of monsters on offer. I've never heard of it. Road Rash. See, I remember borrowing this game off my friend. He just lent it us for like an hour and he wanted it back. Yeah. Road Rash, it were actually good on PlayStation. If I remember, I'm sure it was 60 frames per second. If I remember. It looked really good, but it was expensive. You know, I tried getting it from the swap shop, but it was like, I think it was like £40 or £35. I can't remember what it were. But it was one of the higher ones. Road Rash, I could never get to it, never get it. Road Rash. I'm going to try and get that as well. I mean, I've got it on my PC, you know, on emulation. But I want to play it on a CRT, you know what I mean? If there's one thing you can be sure of when a new machine is released, it's that most companies will rush to put out a revolutionary piece of software that not only shows off the hardware capabilities, but shows the company's commitment to the machine. E.g., Wipeout. Yeah, so, you know, good on them. These developers put some work in, you know, and these games are in stone, aren't they? It's the Rozzers. Yeah, I wish he lent it us for longer. Yeah, or it Road Rash 3D. Is that what it was called when it came out? I'm sure of that. Yeah, never got to play it for long, but I did play it. Good game from what I did play of it. Aftershock. A few years back, the BBC Micro played to host to one of the most innovative games to date. Zark was a shoot 'em up which placed the player in a small spaceship out to destroy a virus polluting the land below. It looks a bit like Thunder Oak, but I don't know. Why does it look so? It doesn't look up to date, does it, for a PlayStation game compared to Thunder Oak? How that looked. Dueling Blades. Aftershock's Whirlybirds come in 9 different varieties. Aftershock, never heard of it. 1 and 2 players, and it's a shoot 'em up. Alone in the Dark. No, never played this on PlayStation. I never even saw it on PlayStation where we live. I mean, the only one that I've got is I've got both of them. A New Nightmare. I'm sure it's on PS1 and PS2. Infogrames, January, $39.99. 1 to 2 players. Alone in the Dark made his debut on the PC and was much admired for its involving gameplay and noiristic atmosphere. Two factors that went to making it a big success. Alone in the Dark. I know, did Resident Evil get their ideas from the camera angles from Alone in the Dark? Or in another game? I mean, people say Sweet Home, don't they? But then Resident Evil 1 were a first person game, weren't it? That's how they wanted it originally. A first person mode. You know, like Doom, but Resident Evil. How cool would have that been? Oh man, I hope they do that. How cool would that be? Resident Evil 1 in first person mode. Yes, Mortal Beloved. 3 years ago, a gaming legend was born, smashing aside Street Fighter and its many clones. Midway's Mortal Kombat blooded the nose of its rival as it introduces gore and bloodletting to an otherwise safe genre. Yeah, Goro. Good movie, I like it. I like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, there were a thing on Facebook showing what would you call like the most iconic. Well, I mean, they're all iconic death moves, aren't they? But for me, it'd have to be Sub-Zero's head rip. You know, that is just the best death move. And then you've got Kung Lao, where he throws his hat in the floor and then he pulls them through with his legs. Them two death moves got me. And maybe Shang Tsung, where his bed of spikes. That's good. And then you got Jax's arm rip. And then you got Kung Lao's where he slices through him. That's a good one as well. You know, I could go on. They're all iconic. They're all iconic. But yeah, it'd have to be them three for my top three. In that order. So it would have been head rip, Kung Lao, where he throws his hat in the floor, and then the bed of spikes. Mortal Kombat 3, we hammered this game. We hammered it. Yeah, first of all, my friend's dad, he owned a game shop. Well, they were kind of co-partners with a guy. And he got Mortal Kombat 3 for Mega Drive, like, day release. I remember coming back from school and he's like, Nave, come to my house. You know, when I ran my way back from school. And we were playing Mortal Kombat till like 6 o'clock after school. On Mega Drive. He was the only one that ever had it. I think it was like $69.99. You know, in the swap shop. Or $49.99. But, you know, them prices, I don't know, you know. They fiddle the prices, didn't they, at swap shops? Just as Mortal Kombat 2 offered more characters, attack possibilities and death moves than its predecessor, Mortal Kombat 3 bungs even more combatants and grew into the tried and tested formula. Yeah, like I said, I loved Mortal Kombat 3. We hammered it. I was mainly Cabal for his combos. But yeah, it's like when there were about 300 rib cages, 50 skulls, 3 million foots and legs and arms, and it was like, where did they all come from? But then again, is it because it was that realistic, they actually made it stupid? You know, that may be a reason. But we loved it anyway. We hammered it. We hammered Mortal Kombat 3. Cardboard box. Finish him. So you got Fatality 1, Fatality 2. Animalities we weren't too keen on. We weren't too keen on animalities. They looked bad. Specials, I'm not sure we went through many specials. Babalities, we didn't even bother doing anything like this. Friendship, nah, we didn't do any of them. It's fatalities. Chicken Combo. Capcom Street Fighter has a lot to answer for. Most notably, the now widely recognised special moves and combo sequences. Non-essential reading. Yeah, Mortal Kombat comics. And then there were two. Logically enough, before Mortal Kombat 3, there was Mortal Kombat 2. But not on the PlayStation. Did they release it on? No, they didn't. Like PlayStation 2, I think it weren't it on like a Capcom. No, it weren't, not Capcom. Midway. Like a Midway game with like 8 of them on it. I can't remember what that's called now. Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2, I think. Don't quote me on that. I have got them for PlayStation 2. Computer Exchange. That's CEX. It has to be. It has to be. So, Sony, Sega, Nintendo, IBM PC, 3DO, NEC, Atari, and SNK. Yes, www.cex. No way. PlayStation 1 magazine, like early PlayStation with a flipping website. Wow. I think that'll have to be the oldest website I've ever known. I've ever seen, to be honest. Like, what was that? 1990 what? Wow. Assault rigs. What a gem. Apart from staying alive long enough to get from one end to the other, the whole point of each assault rig's level is to collect a set amount of gems to activate the exit block. Looks a bit like Tron there. Looks good. Looks really good. Assault rigs. I'm sure we saw this. Why didn't we pick it up? I just don't know why we didn't pick it up. It looks good. It looks good. Tanks. I mean, I prefer that, like Tron. That looks a bit mediocre. But that looks good. Guns, guns, guns. Might as well jump. I'll get you. Single sentry gun, double sentry gun, missile sentry gun, mortar. The concept behind assault rigs dates back to the first Atari VCS game, Combat. Atari Combat, and I think that's where they got the idea for Tron. Or it could be the other way around, yeah, see, look at that. That's brilliant, that. I love that. I love the graphics, I just love the colours. I love that retro, futuristic Tron, I love it. Do you have this in blue? So it got 81%. Assault rigs has proved to be an incredibly hard to mark. Initially, I was very impressed with the look of the game, and though there are a few glitches as the camera desperately tries to keep background objects out of your way, no easy task for sure, the graphics remain lovely throughout. Gameplay capture the power of the PlayStation for just £275. I love looking back at these, I love it. Street Fighter the movie, £32.99. Link cable, £23.99. Memory card, £19.99. The mouse, £23.99. The multi-tap. Exact copy of Sony joypad at almost half the price. Wow, £14.99. That'd be interesting to see what you got with that. A retro copy Sony joypad. That'd be interesting to see that. I mean, the first repro controllers I ever saw were for the PlayStation 3. So to see a PlayStation 1, unless they were like them Ashiware ones, I don't know, I never saw one. Not close to an original PlayStation one anyway. Worms. A problem? I don't think so. A favourite game often played during my Amiga years was a simple public domain offering called Tanks. Very simply, two tanks sat facing each other on a mountain range, with the players taking it in turns to try and hit each other. I could never get into Worms. Tried it, played it, I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Lemmings is probably best, my favourite one out of all these type of games. Mouse games, as I used to call them, like Cannon Fodder would have been a mouse game, wouldn't it? Lemmings is a mouse game. I think Worms is a mouse game. The Worms of War. I mean, they were proper cheeky, weren't they? I mean, I loved the graphics and the comedy, and I loved it. But it was like one of them games. I loved it, but it wouldn't open up to me. It was like I just couldn't play it. So this is a review. Released November, £13.99 by Ocean, 1 to 4 players. And the graphics were gorgeous. And the animation, they were gorgeous. Dynamite, landmines, airstrike, teleport, blowtorch, pneumatic drill, bungee, ninja rope, girders. What's that? A kamikaze, honestly. A gift from the gods, 92%. Cyberspeed. What's this, like a racing game? Mindscape, 1 to 2 players. People should have expected it, really. In the age of biological bubble removing, Super whitening washing powders, clothes hung innocently to dry, were bound to start mutating sooner or later. So Cybercell, right from the site, Cyberspeed has a televisual presentation. The introduction is like the opening to a cyber sports program, and once you're racing, there's a running commentary from the more than excited American geezer. It kind of looks a bit like Wipeout. Can't really see much of it. Or is it trying to be a bit like, oh, what were that called? F-Zero. That's a good game as well. Boost, mine, guided missile, and standard fire. Any new race games are always going to be compared to Wipeout, and it's only fair. Cyberspeed again. Tour the Line, track 1. It does actually look different. It looks bigger than Wipeout. You know, it looks bigger. The sprites look bigger. The track looks bigger. 88%. Ropey driving. So what's with this stringy thing at the race ships hang from? According to those in the know, it's a force beam. Alright, must be on about that there. It looks like there's a string and it's being held up by something. I thought it would take it mick then. Honestly, I don't know. Let's not mock it. It got 88%, it might be good. It looks good, it looks alright, it looks good. ESPN Extreme Games. I mean, the only thing that we played close to this were California games. That were alright. We spent a long time on California games. This reminds me a bit like Skitchin. Remember Skitchin on Mega Drive? Well equipped. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I really wanted a skateboard. Of course, I'm talking about the first time skateboards were trendy, and that was before the big BMX revolution. So I hassled my dad and endlessly me to get one. After about 2 years of continuous whining, we finally managed to pry open his wallet, and out sprung a lovely new board. Yeah, we weren't really into, you know, extreme sports. We never really saw it, to be honest. You know, I think I first ever saw it on like Sky, but we had to pay to ESPN, and it was like, I'm not paying for it, but it looked amazing. You know, just crazy extreme sports. Like, wow. And then it's all like, oh, what are they called now? Red Bull? Red Bull, just Red Bull. I mean, they do some good things like Hot Wheels. Remember the Hot Wheels? And then they did like Red Bull stuff with Hot Wheels. Real life Hot Wheel, big real cars. Look brilliant. Brilliant. Where in the world? You're hilarious. Nay extreme. Japes take you all over the world. Train Extreme Games is full of nice surprises, and just when you think you've got a nice long stretch to build up some speed, out of nowhere steams a bloody huge train jump. It just looks really like Skitchin. It looks alright. It looks alright. Got 90%. ESPN blatantly nicks ideas from EA's 16-bit Skitchin and Road Rash. See, I thought so. Striker 96, November, $39.99. Warner Inter, 1 to 4 players. This looks alright. Striker 96. Oh, this has got 69%. Every video game system has a classic football game release for it at some point. Lovely move. Yeah, not really into football games. Played FIFA. I think everybody played FIFA, didn't they? But yeah, I like my penalties. Nova Storm. Played this on Mega CD. I never played it on PlayStation. Imagine all the characters from Star Wars in a band. Yoda would no doubt be the blues man, taping his stumpy feet, or tapping. Is there not another P in tapping? Right, smashing orangey bit. After bashing away at the irritating enemy hordes for a few minutes, you're going to come across a boss. Here's a step-by-step guide to handling the first of them. I mean, I played the demo. I think I paid £5.99 for the demo of Nova Storm on the Mega CD. And it run at 60 FPS and it looked really good. On that raw Mega CD. And it were running at 60 frames a second. It looked good. It looked and played good. See, graphics 90. Animation 65. 55%. I might give it a bash. You know, compare it to Mega CD version. Well, to the demo that I got. It's Psygnosis. Sony. It's saying Sony. I don't know if it was Psygnosis when I played it. I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. Here we go. Street Fighter the movie. Jumbo Combo. What made Street Fighter 2 such a classic was the range of special moves each character could pull off. This nailed it. You know, it's so tight. It feels like you're playing a Street Fighter game. I mean, like I said, I was brought up on Street Fighter, and playing this, it feels really good. You know, I know all the moves. It's really good. It's really good. In the movie battle option, players play as Guile and Guile only, using FMV fill-in sequences. It follows the storyline of the film. What? That's the thing with the superstar hard nuts, the stubby gets. Stallone is about 5'7", Seagal is 5'8", and Gibson actually refuses to reveal how tall he is. Still, what they lack in height, they more than make up for in width and martial arts skills. It looks good. It does look good. It plays really good as well. 67%. Come on. I mean, that's just somebody that doesn't like the movie and they don't like Kylie Minogue and Guile and, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I loved it and I still like it. And I would have given it more than 67. I mean, to be fair, an honest review of Street Fighter the movie would probably be about 87%. Realistically, about 87, I'd say. 3D Lemmings. I've actually got this, and you get to play the original. Yeah, it has the original in the game as well. I love the music. I was playing it and listening to the music. I love it. In this cruel world of ours, there are thousands of reasons why someone might want to take their own life. Unrequited love, the existential coldness of the universe, to find honour and defeat because of all those little glossy magazines that fill out of bigger glossy magazines. Right, I think they're on about lemmings jumping off cliffs. Right, blocker, builder, digger, climbers, bomber, floaters, basher, miner and turner. 3D Lemmings. Review 81%. Lemmings is one of those games so simple it seems impossible to cock up. Obviously not. So I enjoyed it. I think I could get to, I think it was like 17. I think I ever got to the stage 17 on the Mega Drive version with a controller, and then it just got too fast. It was too hard. You know, you were moving forward into the screen and you're moving back, and I'm sure I got to stage 17. I'm sure of it. But yeah, 81% for 3D Lemmings. Out now at $44.99. Difficulty medium. Continues password. Hermie Hopperhead. Never even heard of it. Look at this guy with dreads. Review. Historically, game scenarios rarely make sense. Whether it was Miner Willis stumbling across 20 underground caverns full of mutant penguins, or an alien invasion where, once again, the player is Earth's last hope, any semblance of normality goes right out of the window. Hermie Hopperhead, however, is by far the most extreme example of this. I've never even heard of it. What is it? 38%. I never thought I'd say it, but I found another game that is every bit as frustrating as Rayman. See, again, people like Rayman. Hermie Hopperhead steals ideas from every platform game hero imaginable, but fails at the first hurdle by creating a game so frustrating it defies belief. Yeah, Fantasia for Mega Drive. I ain't gonna say anymore how much we wanted to get into that game. Fantasia, we played it for hours and we just couldn't do it. It was so hard. But we tried so hard to get into it. We wanted to like it because Castle of Illusion were brilliant. You know, World of Illusion were brilliant. But we wanted to like Fantasia, we just couldn't do it. It was just so hard. Theme Park, another game I couldn't really play. I just put cheating, got up money, and just built it. It was actually a good game. I might actually give it another try. I mean, I don't like Sims games. I'm not really into Sims. But yeah, I remember this. A Walk in the Park. A feature exclusive to the PlayStation version of Theme Park is a rendered walkthrough of your actual park. Very simply, this allows you to pick a starting point on the map and then wander around your own creation. Sounds like Lord Jesus Christ. That'd be well cool. Imagine that, creating your own world and then going down and being able to read everybody's mind. Man, that's incredible. Park life. You start with only a few very basic rides and stands. If you want to progress from the likes of the playground bouncy castles, you need to put in a bit of money into research, and this is where you can just do that. Yeah, good game. Then planes were actually quite cool as well. 85%. Yeah, probably that's round about right. Similar to my review of XCOM last month, Theme Park isn't going to be one of those PlayStation games you dazzle your mates with. The fastest with new games, American, Japanese and UK. American PlayStation is £289 with demo. I mean, I think we hit it alright actually with PlayStation. It was just the Mega Drive that we got done with, weren't it, with PAL and NTSC. I mean, PlayStation, it was kind of alright. So, I'm not really bothered about getting a Japanese... Well, I did get a Japanese PlayStation. I don't know why. Because there's not much difference between a Japanese PlayStation and a PAL one. Maybe they're a little bit faster, I suppose, aren't they? Yeah, I think that was it, because I got it for Resident Evil 1, and they speak a bit faster, because it's a bit faster console than what we got, the PAL. So 50Hz and 60Hz. I didn't know about it until I hit over 30. I didn't know anybody that had a 60Hz. An NTSC PlayStation. Nobody. We just got the PAL and that were it. We loved it. Loaded. Yep, good game. I love the artwork. I mean, the artwork's brilliant. Cap and Hands, he's called in the game. By Kremlin. Doing Bird in the Scrubs is not very attractive though, but let's imagine for a minute a prison that's infinitely worse. Somewhere so bad in fact that inhabitants of Earth decided to dump it on another planet. Imagine then doing Space Bird slopping out in an anti-gravity environment and finding out that your cellmate is Darth Vader. Yeah, it's a good game actually. I mean, look at that artwork. It's crude. The specials. Trying to escape a maximum security prison is no easy task. 75%. It were hard. It's an hard game. I mean, you could zoom out, to be fair. But yeah, Cap and Hands, he was my favourite. He was my favourite. WWF WrestleMania. Never played it. I was watching this, I was playing it on MAME. I weren't playing it, I loaded it up and I was watching it and it looked really, really good. Like, see, what crowd moving and everyone's doing combos and doink. I remember doink. Let's have a look. It's not difficult to spot the differences between British and American wrestling. British wrestling packs out the civic halls with eager OAPs, a glint of bloodlust in their eyes every time they turn from their knitting to shout abuse at giant haystacks. 83%. I mean, it'd probably be like an Arcade Perfect as well. Laugh Nelson. I hate anything to do with WWF. Okay. The wrestlers are just a bunch of tossers as far as I'm concerned, and their stage bouts every bit as tiresome to watch as of those giant haystacks and Big Daddy in the 70s. You actually might give it a good review. If you want to read it, just pause it. But yeah, looks good, it looks good. Discworld. I never played this. I'd love to get into this. Another one with a mouse. It's a mouse game, ain't it? Discworld to the PC, where it has proved equally successful. Now it journeys to the PlayStation with a number of famous voices bringing life to the characters. Monty Python's Eric Idle plays Rincewind, the wizard hero, who the player controls. Tony Robinson, he of Baldric fame, assumes a whole number of roles, and John Pertwee pops up now and then, and the injecting a touch of Doctor Who into his characters. Wow. Unseen University. What did I play this on? I think I played it in a browser. I've tried to play it. Or did I play it on an emulator? Can't remember. I think I played it on my browser, like a Google browser, and I was playing a little bit of it. And I got out of bed, and they were like, put your clothes on, and you know, it was just weird. I couldn't play it. You know, get out of bed, go to your wardrobe. It was weird. You know, I'm really bad at these type of games, but I'd love to get into them, you know. I'd love to play them. 71%. Honestly, the animation looks gorgeous. You know, the way they move, you know, the backgrounds, the colours. Probably the music. Import Roundup. Power Serve 3D Tennis. Look at that. Overall 48%. It's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Zeitgeist. Tackling the asteroids is simply a matter of flying above them. 43%. I've never heard of them. Zeitgeist. Look at it. It looks a bit like Star Fox. Looks alright, that. I might look into that. A zeitgeist, in case you don't know, is an event or phenomena that sums up the spirit of an age or a culture. No, I didn't know that. Tips Tekken 6 of the Best Part 2. Yes, these are all moves. Michelle Chan, Yoshimitsu, Li Chao Lang, Kuma. Yeah, I've got Tekken. Never played it. I've only played Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. And Tekken 5, I think. Not really been a big fan of Tekken, but we hammered Tekken 2 and hammered Tekken 3 demo. But Tekken 2, we battered it to death. We got most of the characters, like Devil and Angel. Yeah, I'm sure we had Angel and Devil. And, oh, what were them kangaroos called? I can't remember. Wang Jin Lee, Anna, Powerjack, Armor King, Ganryu, Heihachi Mishima. Yeah, these sound like hidden characters. So yeah, these are all your moves. Lee, 10 string attack, tap down towards, plus square, triangle, triangle, square, X, 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 circle, X, circle. But it's not an X, it's a cross. That's what it is. It's a cross. It's not an X. Apparently, I don't know. I'm sure there was something about it. I just read some stupid trivia that everyone's saying it's an X, but it's not. It's a cross. The PlayStation actually, it's a cross. So XCOM, enemy unknown. Them graphics look top. Look at that. The key to success in this excellent micro-prose strategy action game is efficient research. If you don't keep improving your armor, weapons and general technology level, you won't last 5 minutes once the various aliens take off their kid gloves. Strategy games, not my strong point, strategy. They look amazing though, you know, the art, the animation, like I said, the artwork, the way they look. I mean, I want to get into Project Overkill. I really want to get into that. I've got it on emulation, ready to play. You know, I want to play it before I buy it. It is expensive, you know, on PlayStation. Project Overkill. Just reminds me a little bit like that, you know, with the angle. But obviously, this is going to be a point and click. Initially, these Roswell types are the most frequent gits to pop up, and though often stupid, should not be underestimated. So they're sectoid. And next one's a floater. Another regular at Terrasites. The floaters have built-in anti-gravity units, allowing them the advantage of instant fight. A muton. They look really good. Reaper. Oh, Zombie. Oh, let's go and get this game now. Zombie, it's a zombie game. It looks good. Ethereal and Snake Man. Sectorpod. Here we go. Doom. Yes. Feature. Doom. I paid £50 for this second hand off my friend. It were about I don't know if it was like 2 days before Christmas or a week before Christmas. It was £50. He wanted to have a party. He had Doom. I said, there you go, 50 quid. Bang. Took it home. He had his party. I partied with Doom for about 2 years solid. Love Doom. I love it. We were all trembling when it came into the office. As the CD was put in the PlayStation, someone bolted for the door screaming. The lid was shut. The machine was turned on, and then, in the sudden, unnerving silence, the title screen appeared. Doom. PlayStation Plus takes the first tentative steps into the hellish world of ID and what is said to be the ultimate conversion of the nightmarish game. I first played Doom and hammered it on the Super Nintendo with the Super FX chip. Just knowing it were on PlayStation, I just had to have it. Doom is what you might call the last chance cafe. Set in a purgatorial underworld, it's the kind of place that tests whether you're fit to join the great choir in the sky or destined for the great barbecue beneath your feet. Doom, look at them. I mean, that shotgun, look how good they look. I mean, they were toys, weren't they, that they got from the store? You know, like $5 toys. And then they made them look at it. I mean, even now, it still holds its weight in gameplay. Brutal Doom is perfect. Brutal Doom is perfect. Color coded. You can't roam just anywhere in Doom, at least not at first. Certain doors only open when you manage to find their corresponding coloured key. Health bottle, cartridges, ammo case, gun clip, radiation suit, soul sphere, medikit, combat armor, security armor, cell pack, rocket box, spiritual armor and visor. Yes. What a game. The Kellogg's Variety Pack. In Doom there's a weapon for every day of the week. The only dilemma being which one to choose. Plasma rifle, chainsaw, chain gun. Shotgun's my favourite. Shotgun all day long. Double barrel shotgun's not too bad. But we didn't get, Doom 2, though, that way. But yeah, we got the ultimate Doom. We're all Dooms, weren't it? I think we got them all. Well, except for Final Doom. We didn't get Final Doom because that came on another disc. Level-headed. The Green Unclean. The Gittish Legion. Former Soldier. Former Sergeant. Imp. Bull Demon. Cacodemon. Lost Soul. And Barons of Hell. Yeah, what a game. Love it. Oh, what a game. I love it. I love it. It's a feature. Switch to green, you killing machine. The ego of the ID, the history of ID. The ID, according to Sigmund Freud, is the instinctive part of the psyche that still has a certain control over us, no matter how much faith we put in reason and logic. Wolfenstein. Doom. Is that Hexen? Well, that could be Hexen. I don't know. Now for the Saturn and PlayStation, the ultimate games busting cartridge, the Action Replay Pro Action Replay. Each Action Replay cartridge contains sets of cheats for top selling PlayStation games. Further volumes of Action Replay to come. Plus points. You're gonna get your Groan, that's Snatcher. Right, let's see, some questions. Will Namco release a Super Rolling Thunder with all the classics on one CD? Any chance of another of the same but containing Splatterhouse? Are Konami releasing the sequel to Snatcher for the PlayStation? Ah. So let's have a look here. Namco have yet to confirm any of the above. Konami have a Japanese version of Snatcher in the offing, but no plans for a sequel or indeed a conversion of the original in the UK as of yet. Fair comment. Yeah, the character art are loaded. Good character that. You know, the artwork. I love the artwork. Next month, Eric Cantona. Believe it or not, this is not the greatest thing France has to offer. Not when the likes of these are being developed there. Power Sports Soccer, Fade to Black, City of Lost Children. Is France the new centre of programming genius? PlayStation Plus reveals all. Issue 3 out November 22nd. So you thought it was $299? What planet do you come from? Official UK Sony PlayStation down to earth price at $279.99. Tekken, 8 characters and 9 bosses with devastating attacks. Super smooth animation with mind-bending, back-breaking martial arts maneuvers. Destruction Derby, wrecking racing, stock car racing, Destruction Derby and time trials. Hit and run mayhem with no rules, no time limits and no pit stops. Here's just a selection of some of the other great titles available. Project Overkill, $36.99. Yeah, it's not that much now. You know what, actually it might be actually. Games are starting to come down again. Toshinden, $39.99. Ridge Racer, $37.99. Primal Rage. Rapid Reload. We only sell UK products, no imports. We get all the games first, so we deliver first. Street Fighter the movie. Spot Goes to Hollywood. I'm going to have to play that. It looked good from last issue. Viewpoint, Cyberspeed and Doom. Descent. Yeah, and that's the alien's tail from the front cover. So yeah, 1995. I mean, when did website pages come out? www. That's the first one I've ever seen, that I've ever noticed, shall I say. That's in this magazine. So I enjoyed that. Went on for over an hour, but yeah, we're good. So thanks for watching. I hope you're all alright. Next one's going to be a Sega magazine, I think. There is, or is it a PlayStation 2? I can't remember. It's a good one. The next one's going to be probably my favourite one. But this for a good one. They're all good. They're all good. So thanks for watching. God bless. You lot take care. Bye everyone.